Unforgiveness has been defined by one of the smartest people. It's leratomaithufi. Many of us actually believe that forgiveness is an act of weakness. This couldn't be further from the truth. Forgiveness, if anything, is an act of strength, because you choose to let go of the pain that somebody else caused you, and by so doing, you set yourself free. Unforgiveness has been defined by one of the smartest people as drinking poison and expecting the next person to die. Unforgiveness actually hurts you, the person who's holding on to the grudge, but does not hurt the next person. In most cases, the person who you have a grudge against does not even know that you have a grudge against them, and they sleep peacefully at night when you're carrying all this poison of unforgiveness in your heart. Nelson Mandela once said, "Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear, which is why it is such a powerful weapon." The enemy works on your fear. The Lord tells us to not be fearful. The enemy wants you to be fearful, and in that way, they already have you feeling weak. But once your soul is liberated, once fear has been removed for you, you use your strength, you use your faith, and your lack of fear as a powerful weapon to move on with your life. Oprah Winfrey quotes forgiveness as, "True forgiveness is when you can say, 'Thank you for the experience.'" Once we have experienced pain, we learn something about ourselves. Not only that, but we learn something about the next person. It is important for you to embrace pain as an experience, and in that way, you'll be able to forgive, because that pain has actually developed you as a person. You survived through that pain. You made it through that pain, and that is a true testament of your strength. So once you have forgiven the person who has hurt you, you can then say, "Thank you for the experience," and then you move on, because from that experience, you've achieved growth. Whenever we're looking into job posts, it always says 5 years experience, 10 years experience, or whatever years experience. This is because the recruiter is looking for somebody who has walked that road before. Pain gives you that experience and helps you to become a stronger person in the future. Once you stay in unforgiveness, you're actually growing the pain more. You're actually feeding the pain instead of feeding your growth, and instead of thanking that pain and taking back the power. Once you can say thank you for the experience, you have taken back the power. You actually give gratitude to the person who hurt you, that, you know what, look at me now. I learned from that pain. I'm a better person. I'm a bigger person. I survived through that pain. That pain did not kill me. That pain made me stronger. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is an attribute of the strong." So, this shows that the fact that you can forgive actually makes you a strong person, but a lack of forgiveness actually turns you into a weak person. When you're living with unforgiveness, you carry this unforgiveness around. So say, for example, your significant other cheats on you and the two of you break up. You already know the description of the woman that he cheated on you with. If you are carrying unforgiveness around, you will end up having an attitude or being horrible to people that fit the description of your ex-boyfriend, your ex-spouse, or the person that they cheated with. This makes you a weak person, because you have failed to move on, and you have chosen to carry this grudge on your shoulders and let it affect the rest of your life moving forward. Therefore, be strong and forgive, and see how many breakthroughs you will have in your life. Forgiveness does not mean condoning what has been done. Forgiveness means abandoning the right to pay back the perpetrator in his coin. This is a quote by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. This brings me to vengeance. The word of the Lord says, "Do not repay, vengeance is mine." This is exactly the same as this quote from Archbishop Desmond Tutu. He says, You're not condoning the fact that you have been hurt, but merely you have accepted the fact that you will not pay back in his own coin. So if this person hurt you by raping you, you're not now going to go back and rape them and or cause some sort of revenge. Forgiveness is deciding that I'm not going to pay back. I'm not going to dedicate my life paying back evil for evil. And hence the Lord says, vengeance is mine, I will repay. When you let go and when you forgive and leave it all to the Lord, this is the greater payback, because you are deciding to move on, to pack your bags from that place of pain and to move on to your destiny. That person might have hurt you because they wanted you to stick in a certain time in your life, to never move on. That person could have hurt you to deter your future, to deter your future aspirations. Now, if you agree to not forgive this person, you have played into this person's intentions for you with your life. So you never move on. You stay in that place that has been created for you by somebody who has hurt you. This is a weakness, because you need to determine your own path. You need to move on. A pain that somebody else caused you should not hold you back from being the best person that you can be. Forgiveness allows us to move on and to say, you know what, I did not have control over this situation that happened to me in the past, but you have now control over what happens afterwards. The Lord also instructs us to forgive just as we have also been forgiven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, just as we forgive those who trespass against us. The measure in which you forgive is the measure in which the Lord will use to forgive you. So if you decide that you're not going to forgive somebody, then the Lord won't forgive you. But once you decide that you're going to forgive somebody, the Lord will forgive you. Forgiveness is definitely a sign of strength. When Jesus Christ was being crucified on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. Which is why forgiveness puts you on a higher level of maturity, of spirituality than the person who has hurt you. Because in that moment, the person did not know what he was doing. Jesus Christ was being crucified. He was being spat on. He was being ostracized for sins which he did not commit, sins which we committed. But yet, in that dying hour, he still showed his strength and said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. Now, he sits at the right hand of the Father. This is an act of maturity. This is an act of spiritual greatness once you learn to forgive. So if there's anybody that you need to forgive now, I hope that this video has helped you to choose forgiveness, because you are bigger than that. You have a life that you still need to live. You have a destiny that is laid out for you. Do not let the person who hurt you take control of that destiny. Take control of your destiny and forgive what has happened to you. I'm leratomaithufi. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't joined the fam gang yet. And hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm leratomaithufi and I am fueled by faith. God bless.
I'm the girl, 192.